Hey there, everybody. I'm Kelly Heidbrader, and this is Lenawee. It's a half-hour show where we take you with us as we visit the schools around our district and introduce you to some amazing people doing some amazing things right here at home. Well, have you been by our Center for Sustainable Future? It's on the campus of our North Tipton Highway area. Our students are helping local builders with an incredible facility. It's called the Seed House. It stands for Sustainable Energy Efficient Demonstration. Let's check out the progress over the past few months.
I'm Jesse Ramirez, your roving reporter with a couple kids from residential construction. Can I get your name?
I'm Colton, I'm from Morenci.
I'm Cody, I'm from Onstead.
Now guys, what exactly is happening right now?
We're installing our insulspan walls. They're basically a prefabricated wall with insulation already in them.
Now what are the walls called?
They're called insulspan walls.
Why are you guys using that wall against other type of walls?
It's got a better R value, and it's there. You can put them up in a day.
So is that how long it's taken you guys? You guys been out here for a day so far?
Yeah, these guys are only out here helping us from insulspan for a day. They're only out here today.
So what exactly is the house that they're making right now?
Actually, we're putting up the walls for our garage.
Okay. What is the garage going to be holding?
That's going to be the big demonstration area for like different types of insulation that we're using here.
Anything else besides that?
It's also a classroom.
It's going to be a classroom?
Yeah.
What kind of classes is it going to have?
Just like, I'm not really sure what classes they're going to have here. It's going to be building related classes.
So how much fun are you guys having out here today?
I'm having a blast. I love coming out here every day, and this is actually what I look forward to every day.
And what about you?
It's been a really good experience basically working with everybody.
And what is this building going to look like once it's done?
All of this, what we're standing on, is dirt right now. It's all going to be filled in with grass. There's going to be long walks of dirt, not dirt, but rocks, and it's just going to look beautiful.
That's awesome.
Well, hi, I'm Dan Epson. We are out here at the Seed House, and I have got
Tom.
And Tom, what school do you go to?
Tecumseh.
And then on my other side?
Malachi Morenci.
All right, and these two gentlemen just helped the rest of the class put up the wall that's behind me. Is this kind of like the biggest wall you've ever put up?
Yeah, this year. Last year we did some stuff at Comstock schools. The walls were about half that size, but this is the biggest.
How's the progress been going so far? Have you guys learned a lot this year?
Yeah, we started out really slow. We had a lot of delays from the state getting the permits and whatever, but the last month or so we've been going by really fast. All the stuff behind us has been happening in like 4 weeks.
Now, Malachi, is this something you want to keep doing? You want to keep doing construction? What's your future?
Well, I wasn't really sure originally, and then I decided to get in here because I thought it would be just good stuff to know, and I like it a lot, so I'll probably stick with it.
See yourself maybe having your own company or work for somebody else, putting up walls all the time?
Yep, definitely.
And how about you, Tom?
I'm actually going to be doing the same stuff for the Navy after I graduate high school.
So like on boats?
No, it's all land stuff. We just we travel around on the boats to get to the places, but we do a lot of humanitarian work in that program in the Navy.
All right, well, hey, we appreciate that you're going to be serving with us. Thank you. And thank you as well, Malachi. And we are having a lot of fun out here at the Seed House. I'm Dan with Tom and Malachi, and we are bringing it to you.
Thanks, Dan and Jesse. That project is really coming along. Look for more updates in the months ahead. Well, we have a really far-out project going on with our collision repair and refinishing class here at the Tech Center. These talented kids are working on a VW van and bringing it back to its truly groovy condition. Adam Grisham is a senior at Adrian High School, and he shows us around.
Hi, I'm Adam Grisham. I'm from Adrian High School. I'm out here at the Tech Center. I'm a second-year student in collision repair.
I'm Rob Levins. I'm from Onstead High School, and I'm also a second-year student in collision repair.
Here we have a 1978 Volkswagen West Pfaffalia van. We're going to do a mid-restoration on it. During the restoration, we got it completely stripped down to bare metal. It took almost all of last year. We've gotten 11 patch panels, as you can see right here. We got one right here. Pretty much the all underneath because rusty here in Michigan. We've had probably 10 or 11 guys working on it. We got this completely welded in, this patch panel. Around the front here, you can see we got a strip down to bare metal. Rust converter up here, so the paint will stick to it. You'll see this side patch panel here is done, the step, the underneath, stripped down. The camper top is taken off. The patch panel here, this is stripped down. This is completely stripped down. It all last year took about a year. And as here in the back, you can see we got it stripped down, new patch panel there. And then inside we have a dust cover so it doesn't get onto the motor.
So during the restoration of this van, we've taken all the doors off. We've replaced the bottom on the other door. This one's still being worked on. This part of the top's been restored and repainted. We got a brand new front bumper for it. This part's still being repainted. This part will sleep 4 people. And we replaced the underside of both these doors. That one's in primer and almost ready. So during the process of restoring these doors, we've had to grind off all the metal, grind off all the paint, cut off the rust, and make new metal for the bottom of it by hand.
Wait till you see this thing is finished by Collision Repair out here at the LISD Tech Center.
Thanks, Adam. Can't wait to see it when it's finished. Now, there are some kids here in Lenawee County that start school a lot earlier than the others. It isn't year-round school, but it's more of a balanced calendar. When we come back, Madison Elementary School students will tell you how it works.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix the beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw in the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Welcome back. Well, all students are required to go to school for 180 days, but Madison Elementary School teachers have created a more balanced approach to their year. They have a few classes in their elementary school that begin their school year a little before Labor Day, spread their breaks out more evenly throughout the year, and end in the same week as the rest of the schools in the district. Riley Lutzen is a 5th grader at Madison, and he starts us out with an interview with their principal, Nate Bachaitis.
How do you feel about Madison? How about us going to school in summer?
Well, I think it's great. The balanced school year, actually, we wanted to provide options for families. It's not meant to recruit students, it's meant to provide options for the students that we do have. So what we do is we start it in late July, mid to late July, and our students are in session about 5 weeks prior to the traditional school year. And they just get more frequent breaks, and we feel that prevents that summer learning loss, and we feel that the more frequent breaks are good for both students and teachers, gives them time to refresh, regroup, and we feel that it's an improvement for not only academics but also just the morale, the happiness.
This is Miss Wonders, my tech teacher, and I want to hear what she has to say.
Thanks, Riley. During the balanced school year, the 5th graders all the way down through kindergarten were actually able to come to my lab 3 times during just 1 week, which was pretty amazing because during the regular school year, the traditional school year, I only get to see the students every 6 school days. So we were able to get a lot more projects done. We were able to work with the 3rd graders on remembering the basic things,
Like
logging in, and kindergarten actually was able to come down 3 times too. And they're the ones that struggle the most with the computers, and they were able to actually use the mouse, and they were loving coming in 3 times.
Just the sound of school in summers, no, nobody sounds like it's a great idea, but it's really cool and fun and interesting, especially with the less distractions. Like, there's only 2 classes per grade doing it. So basically, you have 2 classes during lunch, way calmer, instead of like all you hear screaming and barely hear your friends. When we're off so long, I get bored in the summer because, you know, the first half of summer is really, I love it, and then Second half is when you start getting bored and just sit in your room and do nothing. It sticks on because when you're in the summer, you lose all knowledge. Like sometimes when like the first trimester, last year grades were kind of low, but this year, since I didn't really lose very much, we kind of learned more. So basically when we go on our breaks, you know, we still have that information since it's not as long, like just a couple days off more.
My son was getting aggravated last year because of having to do repeat work at the beginning of the year. He was getting frustrated, he was bored. He's very smart. He didn't want to have to repeat it. So this year when we get back from breaks, he gets less of the repeat because they are retaining it over those little breaks, and he's not as frustrated when he gets back. It's great. I get more time with the kids during the school year. We have time to do vacations in the middle of the year. My in-laws live 8 hours away, so we have extra time with them in the middle of the year that we don't usually get. It's nice for them when they come up here because then they have kids all day instead of just after school hours, more busy with homework and our normal routine. Wesley loves his breaks as much as he loves school. He gets to a certain point, he gets antsy that he's ready for a break, and it seems like that balanced school year break falls at the perfect time.
When they hear year-round school, they think that their children are going to be going all year round, and we really need to look at it from we need to call it balanced instead of year-round, because they're the same amount of days. Students in either the traditional calendar or the balanced calendar, they go 180 days, and the balanced school year just has more frequent breaks. So instead of a 10 to 11 week break in the summertime, they have 6 weeks. Right now we have about 2 out of 6 sections per grade level who are doing it. So far it's been great. The beginning of the year was the smoothest beginning of any year I can remember. Having only 2 sections out of the 6, having no middle school here, no high school here. It was very quiet. We got a lot done in those first several weeks. Looking at student data in the beginning of the year, there was a slight difference. Our kids who came in July, compared to their spring scores, there was less loss.
Now we finally get to see if the kindergarten teachers really like it. So how do you like going to school in the summer?
Well, you know what I have found is that my kindergartners, have been in school for 97 days, so we are close to our 100th day of school, and I look back at my lessons from years past, and we aren't even close to where they are right now. My students are so much more advanced, and we're doing lessons that I wouldn't have thought about doing at this point. Some of my students who were in the young 5s, they did not lose things over the summer because we were back so quickly, and so they were able to retain that information, and so I've been able to move quicker and get through more lesson plans than what I have been in the past.
So like less stressful?
It's been very less stressful. A little stressful because I'm like, oh, I get to take them further. I get to do more with them. To develop our calendar, teachers met and we talked about when breaks would be good for the students. The timing was perfect, and the times that we've had off, like this coming up in February, we have a 10-day break that we'll have, and I think the students will be ready for that break. With the being inside, with this not being able to play because of the weather conditions, and being able to take that break, I think they'll be ready.
Change is a good thing.
Change is a very good thing.
Hey, thanks, Riley. You did a great job. Now, do you ever dream of winning the lottery? Who doesn't, right? Well, you might be heading into a nightmare of a scam if you aren't careful. The Lenawee County Better Business Bureau has some tips for you right after this. We'll be right back.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. Well, wouldn't it be great if you got a knock on your door to have someone hand you $2 million? Well, the dream of that financial security has lured many people into a trap. The Better Business Bureau has a warning for you on these lottery scams.
What I hear is the same thing. I got a letter that told me I'd won $1 million in a lottery. I don't know who the lottery is. It's some foreign country, but I won $1 million. And people fall for this all the time. This is probably the biggest scam in the world. If you come to the BBB offices and you walk through our office, you'll hear our staff on the phone talking to one consumer after another. No, ma'am, you didn't win. No, sir, you didn't win. Don't send money. The way it works in reality is when you belong to a lottery or a contest or anything like that, you enter the contest, and if you win, they send you the prize. Now that's how it works. Really, that's how it works. I wouldn't know. I've never won anything, but that's the problem we have here is people get a letter and it says you won out of the blue, but you have to send us money to claim your prize. Either they will ask for money, or you call them up and they say send money, or they will send you a check. And I know I did a senior forum in Adrian where people brought me several of these that they had received. And it's a check, let's say for $4,000. It says you've won the international $4 million lottery, and you have some legal expenses, customs duties, taxes. You have to pay those in advance before we can send you your millions. So here's a check for $4,000. Take the check to the bank, deposit it in the bank, and then tomorrow when the bank credits your account, take the $4,000 out and send it to us in Belgium or wherever they're coming from. Well, people don't realize that those checks are all counterfeit, all of them. And so they do this. They send $4,000 to Belgium, and the next week the bank calls them up and says, hey, that check you gave us for $4,000 is bounced, and we want our money back. And you say, well, but I sent it to Belgium because I won the sweepstakes. Well, the bank is still going to want their money back because the check was counterfeit. Here's how it really works. When you win a contest, let's say the Publishers Clearinghouse, you win the thing, $1 million. And they come to your home with the balloons and the big check, and they take pictures of it and everything, and the check says $1 million. They don't give you $1 million. They give you, I don't know, $700,000, and $300,000 they send to IRS. You never see the money, and you also never pay anything. If you really did win a contest, all of those expenses are deducted from the prize. I talked to a woman who had won the Federal Trade Commission sweepstakes. This is ridiculous. These agencies don't run sweepstakes. This woman sent $130,000 to claim her prize. And we talked to these consumers. Not just us, their families talked to them. The police talked to them. Detectives talk to them. They're convinced they've won. And it's very difficult to stop them from sending money. People emotionally are so excited. And this is the answer to their prayers. We're all struggling. We all need money. Here I am, a 65, 70-year-old person. All of a sudden, my nest egg is going to be increased by $1 million. I want to believe. And the BBB says, don't do it. I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to the guy on the phone telling me I've got that $1 million coming. And that's exactly what happens. They won't listen to us. They only want to listen to the crooks.
If you want to contact the Lenawee County Better Business Bureau, just give them a call or go to their website. Their website is bbb.org, or call them at 419-720-7188. Time to think about breakfast. We have one of our culinary students teach us how to make perfect eggs over easy. Sounds yummy. Stay right there.
The average text, takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. This is Lenawee, and I'm your host, Kelly Hyde-Brader. I'm sure you've been making eggs for breakfast for decades, but do you know the proper way to fry an egg over easy without breaking the yolk or turning it into a hard-boiled egg? Robert Moore is a senior at Tecumseh High School, and he shows us the technique he's learned in class.
Hi, I'm Robert Moore. I'm a Tecumseh senior, and I'm here at the Culinary program, and I'm here to show you how to fry an over easy egg. First, you want to get your pan hot and sprayed or put butter in it. And then now we're going to crack an egg. And we want to cook the white membrane until it's all white and not super runny. You wait about 4 to 5 minutes before you flip it. Right here is all the membrane, all the white stuff, and then that's the yolk. I'm just seeing to see if the bottom of it is brown yet, because you don't really want that. I'm just looking at it until this membrane right here gets a little more cooked before we go and flip it, and that should be pretty soon. Now we're ready to flip the egg. And so you just try to get your spatula underneath it, and then you can hold your thing like that and then just roll it. You only want it to be on the side for 30 seconds to a minute before it's done cooking. And now we're ready to plate it. Just take it, you can slide your egg off. That is how to fry an over easy egg, and you are catching it in the classroom.
Great job, Robert. Sounds delicious. Now we just need a bit of rye toast and some orange juice. Well, it's time to start looking for some scholarship opportunities. If you have someone in your family that's thinking about college, we'll show you where to start for that search right after this.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hey, welcome back. College can be pretty expensive, and there are many opportunities for students to get some help. And there are also scholarships created for students right here in Lenawee County. LISD Tech Center counselor Mary Tomlin shows us where you can find all of their contact information and how to apply.
I'm Mary, and today I am going to talk to you a little bit. I'm a counselor, I should say, at the Lenawee Intermediate School District, and as a guidance counselor, I'd like to talk with you a little bit today about how to apply for the Lenawee County Education Foundation Scholarship. Our local scholarships, gosh, there's about $380,000 that is given away by our community every year. You should definitely apply for those scholarships, because unlike the nationwide one, you'd just be competing against Lenawee County students. Those are released December 1st. You should be in great shape if you have your reference people ready, you have their email, you have, kind of secured all that. You can go on their website then. You could just Google in Lenawee County Education Foundation. You could look at their scholarships. What I would do there before I just jumped into the application is I would go under the What We Do section where all the scholarships are listed. This year there's 156, and they each have unique criteria. So I would, I'd take a piece of paper and a pencil and I would read through all 156 to see, hey, which ones are me? I mean, was I a Boy Scout? Well, there might be a scholarship for that. Did I go to Madison School or Tecumseh School? Kind of filter down and make a little list of what should come up. Our Lenawee County Education Foundation website, everything's all online. So they will ask you some general information. They'll ask you a lot of filtering questions. So having looked ahead to what scholarships that you might apply for will kind of help you in answering those questions. It'll be like a big funnel. They'll start out with a lot of questions and it'll narrow down to what scholarships should pull up that actually would be applicable for you. With the Lenawee Education Foundation Scholarship, it's designed to open up in December so that you as students have all of Christmas vacation to work on this and to get your email into the people who are going to write the letter. I'll give you an example. I will only write 10 per scholarship as a counselor. I can't write 20 for the same scholarship, not because I don't want to, but it would be a disservice. So a lot of people are like me, and teachers and whatnot. It's a first come, first serve kind of situation. So if you have everything all ready to go and you jump right on everything, you may get the best reference letter. And you want a reference letter that really speaks to what you've done. When you get started with the Lenawee Education Foundation scholarships, you will need to have the email addresses in hand of the people who are writing the reference letters for you. If you've already designed a nice letter like this and you've saved it on your hard drive, you can plop that right on in. You can cut and paste, and you could even cut and paste your accomplishment sheet, which would be really nice. That will be important. And then you'll see essays that you have to prepare. Use the essay to show what you can do with the opportunity. Why should they give that to you? What are you going to do with $1,000, $2,000? How are you going to make a difference? Are you going to give back to Lenawee County? I bet you are. Usually the Lenawee County scholarships are due sometime in February, so be conscientious of that. Get things in a timely fashion. And there's a lot of things that you can skip in the online application and come back to later, but make sure you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's. Go back and relook everything over. And hopefully, after you turn all that in, you'll be able to sit back and actually get some scholarships. I do want to say this. Some people apply and they don't get one because obviously there's only so many to give around. I encourage you to save everything that you have used, continually build your, remember I talked at the start, the kinds of things that you've been doing to set yourself apart from others, the volunteer work and that, and then save that and you can reapply your freshman year of college, your sophomore year, your junior, and your senior. I'd like to thank you for listening today. I wish you the best of luck on these scholarships. If you don't try, you don't get one. So, get on out there, try. If you have questions along the way, you can contact me here at the LISD. You can talk to your local guidance counselor, teacher. On the Lenawee County Education Foundation website and most application sites, there is a place to ask questions. So contact anyone, the donor, get your questions answered and apply. Hey, if you don't apply, you're not going to get any money. So get on out there and get that done. Thanks for watching today.
Here's her information. You can email Mary at marytomlin@lisd.us or give her a call at 517-265-1672. When we come back, we'll share a heartwarming salute to Martin Luther King. Stay right there.
Rosita, did you know there's a right way to sneeze? Let's show them, Elmo. Yeah. Got it. When you feel like your nose needs to give an achoo, this is how you act. This is what you do. Lift your arm up high, bend it toward your face. Sneeze right there in the bendy place. Achoo! Achoo! You can do it with ease. Achoo! Achoo! That's the right way to sneeze. Thank you.
To learn more about preventing flu, visit flu.gov.
Hey, welcome back. February is Black History Month, and Martin Luther King Day is a professional development day for all teachers and staff here in the Lenawee County School District. Al Vivian is from Georgia and has made the trip to Lenawee County for years. His dad, C.T. Vivian, was a member of Martin Luther King's council and was also portrayed in a recent film, Selma. Al took a few minutes recently to talk about diversity in the community. Let's listen in.
It's like the opening line of that old Dickens novel, A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. So I see things like a black president, which I never expected to see in my lifetime, which is incredible. I see, you know, black execs and African Americans who are CEOs, you know, people doing things you never thought before.
It's pivotal to the real strength of our organization, like it is in many in today's day and age. Being diverse and being able to demonstrate that you're diverse is extremely important. I think a lot of times organizations talk the talk, but do not walk the walk. And I think our organization can always improve in walking the walk.
It makes me very mindful of the type of students that we have at the Tech Center and the type of people we have in our community and how important it is to be open and welcoming to all people.
It seems that I notice everything now, whether it's good or bad, and I'm able to assess it. And not that it's really strange, but certain things I'm more aware of.
But at the same time, I see racial profiling increasing. So it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. I think that we've had the opportunity to do things that never before could we have done. But at the same time, we have all these other things that are happening that remind us that we still have a lot of work to do.
I just know that I can't be just specifically biased to certain things, like maybe I would have thought a certain way before, but now I take the time to step back and take another look at it.
Understanding where we have come as a community and where I've come personally, you know, one who probably never thought, you know, race or diversity was something that I was challenged with. Realizing that I certainly was back 17 or 18 years ago has given me the opportunity to be able to try to, again, do more of those things to walk the walk. So coming back now, being able to spend some more time with Al again, and realizing that my thinking has changed dramatically over the years, makes me feel proud of that, but I also recognize that there's still ways we need to go.
As long as you have more than one type of person, you will always have a need to help people understand and connect across their differences. At the same time, most of those disconnects are because we don't understand the other group. Not because they're bad and we're good, or they're evil and we're not. You know, it's because we don't understand each other. So we tend to frustrate each other because we don't understand each other's cultural nuances.
So what that did for me is it just hit home how awful it is to be judged on one thing. How awful that feels.
Nice program, Al. Good to have you back in Lenawee. When we come back, we hear from a few Tech Center alumni that had a chance to wander through the halls of the Tech Center at our recent open house. We'll be right back.
It's time for You Lost Your Life with your hosts, Christ Dummies, Vince and Larry.
Hi.
Hello, and welcome to the show that proves if you don't buckle your safety belt, the loser is you.
That's right, Vince, and by not buckling up, you could end up in places you never dreamed.
Like traction!
Or the emergency room!
Plus, Larry, if you're not buckled up, you could maybe take a ride in a beauty like this. Stay tuned!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Well, it's the 45th anniversary of the Tech Center this year, and many of you might remember it as the Votech Center. But there's so many more programs here. Let's hear what some of our recent alumni have to say. We sent our sports director, Miguel Gaitan, out to track some of them down.
With that, Catherine, thank you for joining us today.
You're an alumnus. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2014.
Okay, so last year.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Blissfield.
And what did you take here at the Tech Center?
I took biochem my junior year and then EMT my senior year.
So I take it you're going into college to start looking for a career in that field?
Yes, I'm actually currently pre-med at Concordia.
That's great. So how was your experience here at the Tech Center? Brand new graduate.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. It taught me a lot of stuff that I can apply to college.
That's great. Are you at Concordia? Are you getting the same stuff that you were getting already here at the Tech Center?
Yeah, it's a little bit more in depth than what I was getting here, but it's still beneficial in both regards.
Oh, are you trying to be an EMT or?
Currently I am pre-med, so my goal is to go on to medical school or research of some sort.
That's great. Is there any particular field that you're interested in?
Neurosciences.
Okay. So you get to study about what's up here and why this ticks?
Yep.
What, as a new graduate, I'm asking alumnus, if they were going to spread words of wisdom to the future kids that are going to be walking these halls, what would your words of wisdom be for them?
Just get as much experiences in these classes so you can look at what you're actually interested in, and hopefully that will guide them towards what they want to do.
Thank you very much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Have fun with the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Well, first off, Ben, welcome back to the Tech Center.
Thanks.
What year did you graduate?
2010.
2010?
Yep.
And from what high school?
St. Creek.
St. Creek?
Yep.
And what were you taking here back in 2010?
Manufacturing, advanced manufacturing.
That's cool. And
Yep.
are you doing something like that right now?
Yep. I work at Culinary in Tecumseh.
Hey, what do they do?
We're a mold making shop. We build injection blow molding for, we do anything from dairy gallon molds, dairy half gallons. We've done Gatorade bottles, Powerade bottles, all that kind of stuff. So yep.
So whatever needs molding.
Yep, that's right.
You're the guys that do it.
Yep.
And I take it. I would imagine it's safe to say the stuff that you learned here at the Tech Center back in 2010 is helping you out.
Oh yeah.
A little longer.
Yeah, a lot.
Explain to me a little bit about that.
Al Constable, he's an instructor, and he taught us a ton of good skills to have out in the job field and stuff like that. And I also went to Ferris afterwards for 2 years to get my associates, but I mean, I was head and shoulders above a lot of them because I had this experience, so it's helped a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, right? When you're in college and you're relearning stuff you already learned.
Right.
When you're here at the Tech Center, so that's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
If you were to, I'm asking all alumnus this. If you were to give any type of words of wisdom to the kids that are going to be walking these halls in the future, what would you say to them?
I would say, if you got a dream to do something, follow it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it, because, I mean, you come here, like, say you want to do building trades or something, somebody might say, oh, yeah, right, you're never going to do that, but if you can do anything you put your mind to. So, I mean, I had people doubt me too, so, I mean, whatever you want to do, chase it. Don't be afraid to.
That's good. Wise words, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that.
Nice to have them back. Thanks, Miguel. Well, that's our show. Thanks for sharing time with us. Well, if you see something amazing going on right here in Lenawee County, we want to know about it. All you need to do is email us at lisdtv22@lisd.us. I'm your host, Kelly Hyde-Brader. Make it a great day, Lenawee.